After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. On me, parachute.
All right. Ready to go.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle. Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
And finally, I can talk. So I was planning on not talking until the intro was done, where Donna Burke, whoever sings it sings Snake Eater, and then be done like at that point. But it looks like it looked like it wasn't gonna play during the goddamn menu screen, which is a weird decision. But it's here. It started. But I guess everyone's already been playing it for like a week, which is interesting. All the early review copies, and then people getting early access because they ordered the deluxe edition. But on principle, I don't pre-order anything anymore. I think the last time I pre-ordered something was Final Fantasy 15, and now you can see the reason why I don't pre-order stuff anymore. Why is game capture not getting recorded? Hold on. Oh, it's just really quiet. Bump it up a bit. And also, didn't realize subtitles would be off. Yellow, green, white. I'm not sure what we want. Let's keep speaker name off. It has a tendency to spoil stuff. We'll keep the background off for gameplay. So yeah, this game, as everybody expected, the game looks pretty good. The audio sounds better than I was expecting it to. I wouldn't have guessed that they reused lines from 2004. I suppose my I don't even know why I was gonna say my biggest hang up. I don't have any hang ups so far. I guess if I were to have any, it's just that it is just Metal Gear Solid 3 again. But with the amount of information they've given out since they announced the game actually coming out, they didn't really say anything was in the game to set it apart from the original besides smoother CQC in animations and increased fidelity. But other than that, it seems like it's just going to be the exact same game. It's weird that they would put something like this out in the way that they did, where in the current culture of remakes, we're essentially it's more like redos, not even remakes. The Silent Hill 2 remake, a lot of shit changes. There's new endings. There's some of the endings that were in the original are slightly different. In all the Resident Evil remakes, the plot structure has shifted a bit. So, actually, I only really played Resident Evil 4 remake, but the structure of that changed a bit. So, but this is it's good if it's gonna be a 1-to-1 with only increased graphics. It's one of the weirder remakes in the current era, just by that alone.
I see you've retrieved your backpack.
I'm gonna test something real quick. So if we skip the codec, bear with me. Why is it so quiet now?
In the survival viewer, choose weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed from that list. Choose
Awesome.
the weapon you want
Awesome.
to equip and press the enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from...
Got it.
Yep, that survival is after you've been... If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example. Keep an eye on to recover lost. You can...
My own?
That's right. However, once it's the suppressors due any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this?
Weapons OSP.
Solo
or equipment
covert
OSP.
actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Your
happen.
presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic.
Keep it in your
Nice to
pants,
meet
big
you.
boss.
Paramedic.
Oops,
As a
spoilers.
medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on
It's so
battle
cute.
techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
So yeah, before the codex started and all that, I wanted to say like it's gonna sound negative, but like my expectations are low, just because there's not much. I mean, they really didn't say much that has changed besides the graphics and combat animations. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is still. Ooh, interesting. It is still Metal Gear Solid 3, and Metal Gear Solid 3 will always be great. I was thinking about it during my setup for the game, which honestly, that's probably the worst experience I've had so far with the game. Is that right bumper is Oh, this is weird. Wait. How do I... There we go. I may need to change that. Fucking... Why can't I control anything? Did my game freeze? Okay. Game did not freeze. So... well, yeah, I downloaded the game, right? I started the game. And then, it just stayed on a black screen for for as long as I kept it open, like nothing was going. I closed that, and then I started it up again, and then it started loading, but that loading took like 30 minutes. So I'm a little late to start this stream, but whatever. We're still in. I'm trying to find the first person view option. Custom one. Crouch feels weird on B. I'm going to change it to A. Evade feels weird on Y. I'm going to change it to B. And action feels weird on A. Going to change it to Y. Reload, first person, stalking. This is right, but it feels like the bumpers should be my fucking items and weapons, so that it's going to get weird getting used to the D-pad to change that shit. Survival viewer, switch camera button. All right. Is there no option for me to make the first person view a toggle? Can I not do that during gameplay? Camera shake. Bleeding effects. Customize HUD. Playstyle. Accessibility. First person. Rating weapons. Stalking. Interesting. Terrible. Honestly, that sucks. So yeah. Low expectations, but low expectations means you can't be disappointed. But that being said, my expectations were lowered even further whenever they announced the online, and it was just Fox Hunt, and oh shit, Fox Hunt is fine, it looks interesting, I'll play it, but it's not Metal Gear Online. Oh shit. Oh, interesting. I've been overcomplicating it by going into first person every time I wanted to stab something. This is a lot better. So yeah, minor improvements to the general improvements to the overall gameplay in terms of quality of life stuff. One thing I will say, another quality of life thing that they put in that no one would even think about, you could skip lines of codec without the codec stopping. It's been a long time since I played Metal Gear Solid 3, but as far as I can remember, especially coming off of Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, you can't skip anything. Like, you can't accidentally press any button without turning everything into just text boxes and no voiceover. So I'm glad that you could at least skip some dialogue, and maybe... I haven't tried the fast forward yet, but I assume that too. Interesting. That's so cool. That actually does look so cool. Let me change my camera. Oh wow, a quick camo change that just gives you the most convenient option. We may as well have just given us Octo camo. I have been only very loosely following the development of this game, so I don't really know all the changes they did, because I wanted to be taken aback by the first time around. I have a motion detector? Oh. That's not that helpful. I don't remember what my ideal item setup was when I last played Metal Gear Solid 3. I think it was the AP sensor. That is gonna be weird to get used to, having the camera zoom in so fucking intensely, just crawling through grass. can I? Yes. Bug juice. Oh, oh. I'm hungry. Give me food. Sorry, buddy. I'm not sorry. Why am I saying sorry? These things suck. Ooh! Hmm. Oh shit. It's sinking. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played 3. But I do know that that's not new. But what is new is the outfits for the wow, it's harder to see them with this graphical fidelity. I'm gonna shoot that duck real quick. I'm definitely not getting all the ducks. I don't know why I'm bothering. I got an achievement, so that's why I'm bothering. Why does my stuff keep changing? Hold on. Every time I activate one of my specific captures in OBS, it always shifts my game capture. Sorry about that. I want that stuff, so I'm gonna get that stuff. These guys ain't gonna do nothing about it. So, yeah, I kept forgetting to bring it up. I don't know why during the intro to the game, like, I know there's some altered history in this series, but it's weird that they decided to say this was the first Halo jump when this is 7 years after the first Halo jump. I think even in 2004, it wouldn't have been that hard to research that. Like, just, even without the internet, it's just look up an encyclopedia, you know? Okay. Oh, that's so weird. It's gonna be so weird for a while. That's how you do the stab. You hold the trigger to do the stab. So yeah, like obviously coming into this later than everybody else. Like my friend was already playing it by the time I started, but you know, that's fine. I do hope when they release that online, that Fox Hunt was just a part of the online. It really does suck that. It really would suck if it was just that game mode.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Well, I had something to say, but I lost it because of the cutscene. Metal Gear Solid. One. All right. This is why it's so hard for me to pick between Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 3 as my favorite, because, you know, I still don't think Metal Gear Solid 1's controls and gameplay are as dated as some people think. But that being said, even in the original outside of this remake, Metal Gear Solid 3's gameplay is a fucking is a blast. It's an experience. So still have, I want to CQC him, like the CQC is a big part of the change, so I kind of want to emphasize that in this playthrough. Speaking of this playthrough, I'm not going to be doing a no alert, no kill run because it's just too complicated to do that. I'll do that in my own time. At least, yeah, on stream I will. Yes. Not what I was going for, but I'll take it. Let's turn this shit off. Interesting that he had tranquilizer ammo. Stun grenade. Oh, let's try to make this the first of many. What? Love you. I'm not gonna get shot. I have the advantage.
No, wait.
Got an achievement. Thanks. Oh, he doesn't have any oh, love you, bye. He doesn't have any of the secret theater cutscenes on him. I'm too used to Metal Gear Solid 5's hold up system. Why? Oops. Oh, also too used to Metal Gear Solid 4's way of waking people up. I can't. I should be able to hold him up on the floor.
The enemies?
Am I constantly mixing things up with Metal Gear Solid 4 in the entire time of playing through this whole series? I should be able to hold him up on the floor.
No, wait.
Huh. Alright, well, see ya. God, this whole first stream is just gonna be me testing out all the new shit. I mean, so far so good, right? I mean, it is just Metal Gear Solid 3, so nothing to complain about. But
Something there.
after all these years, nothing to really, you know, write home about. Oh, what? Bullet drop off? Every time I start saying, "Oh, it's not going to be that impressive," it does something to surprise me. I might be honest, I don't like this quick camo change because it's like, Only in the sense that like it should have just given me two screens. Like with the codec one, it gives me memory and tune, but in this, it's just whatever options are in the immediate facility. Actually, that's probably sort new style grenade. Limitless grenades, just because I like the whole series. That's interesting. Ooh, interesting. So I'm wondering if the camouflage that's in this camouflage viewer. Oh, well, there's more options now. I don't get it. I don't really get it.
Something there.
Wow, that's really going to be a detriment, huh?
I must be seeing things.
There we go. Oh, that was a frog, not a duck. Did we always start with this many suppressors? Maybe because it's still virtuous mission. Thermal goggles. We've won. We've just won the game. Okay. Thermal goggles. Compass seems new. At least I think it's mostly put there to help people from getting avoid getting lost, which I've never had an issue with. But like, there is a specific codec call I want to try to get in this area before the end of the quote-unquote tutorial. I just don't want to waste everybody's time. Let's call, see if she'll say it.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first then select the most effective
Oh, awesome!
by selecting fatigues that
Again,
blend in with the environment.
Been forever since I played Metal Gear Solid 3, so I don't know if this is a thing that's in Metal Gear Solid 3, and I just don't remember. But being able to skip ahead like this and then start it up again, fucking love that. Especially like, you know, when you need to take a fucking break. These things can be fucking killer if you're going through the entire thing.
You've got your enemy in a hold. Press and hold.
But I'm looking for...
You can only use... I see you're wearing the...
Nope, not what I'm looking for.
The gun you're using... You're wearing the... Normally, you would ask a fellow...
Nope.
In my day, This is a solo... Choose battle for...
No.
It takes more. Camouflage is about...
Where is this codec? Anyways. Mongeese. Ugh. Bullet drop off, huh? That's so interesting. I don't remember there being bullet drop off in 3. Or they're at least not as intense as it was just now. Like, I was like 10 feet away from the guy and there was bullet drop off. A beehive, huh? Sounds tasty. Yeah. This is gonna be awesome. Big boss. Oh yeah, something I wanted to point out. I mean, not really interesting. It's like the right move to do. How they managed to adjust his face model in this game and updated it to make him look more like Big Boss does in Metal Gear Solid 5 than just Snake again. Or Solid Snake again. It's so but like, it's a good detail, and I wouldn't say it justifies this game's existence, but you know,
Disgusting.
reticulated Python's good.
Tasty.
But yeah, it's I mean, I'm wondering if that detail implies that there will be further. I mean, that's what everyone's hoping for, right? Like, no one's really excited for this remake, right? Or it's a bad way to put it, but like, no one's really expecting much out of this remake. Grab the ledge! Grab the ledge! Okay. I wasn't sure how it was going to work in this new system. It's kind of pointless for me to grab these. It's like, you know, I'm going to be honest, we're going to lose these in the, in like 30 minutes. But, since the original still holds up, in my personal opinion, there's little reason to have remade it. The only reason being is that they're doing with this what they're also doing with Silent Hill, the Silent Hill series, and that is remaking all the games. It's like when they did the RE makes. Is that it? There he is. Wow, I can barely see him, you know, because I'm colorblind. When they did the RE makes, I shouldn't talk about the RE makes that much since I don't really know that much about them, but like, I know the first, like, they're going in chronological order, which is already setting them apart from the Konami remakes, which seem to be going in popularity order. Silent Hill 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3. But
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
I didn't think it would take me an hour to get to this point, but I forgot about cutscenes.
Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Again, I'm not going for no alert, no kill.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
But I'll do my best.
Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
I don't know why I'm bothering to play it on controller. I mean, the controls are like the movement controls are easier if I play it on controller, but like, you know, blatantly I'm gonna be having issues with fucking aiming because I'm an idiot. So hopefully that doesn't affect this playthrough so much. Oops. Did I just hit his radio? I think I just hit his radio. Change my camo. There's a guy directly above me, if I'm remembering right. So I need to be careful. Unless it was that guy that woke up that other guy. Wow, useless, because I'm going to lose it in like 20 minutes. Depending on cutscene length. There we go. That's how I'm going to reorient myself. So, yeah. Like, the only thing, it really seems like the only thing people can really be excited for about this game is that it leads into, that it very explicitly, and like, within itself announces a Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 remake. I can honestly do without 2, but 1 would be amazing. To see a high fidelity Rex, I would J my P's. Although it is interesting that in coinciding with the release of this game, they announced a Rex, like a new model for Rex, instead of just even the Shagahod. But I get it. Rex is iconic. The most iconic of the series. Shagahod is so, like, nothing, you know?
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
This place is a dump.
The soldiers outside.
Bitch, you live like this?
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
He looks so much younger in this. Sokolov?
By the way, your Russian is...
Which is saying a lot.
Where did you learn to speak it?
I like how they only had this line just to emphasize that everyone's speaking Russian.
Is that so?
So cute.
America is truly a frightening country.
I'm gonna increase
Second thoughts.
the size of the subtitles, and I'm gonna take
I have
off
no regard for this place. Let's go.
the background. It's not. Something about the rigid box is making it look weird. Sokolov.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Freeze!
Sokolov, get down. No, actually, like, goddamn, dude, take this. It's so weird. The
legendary boss.
increased fidelity makes this area look a lot smaller than it did in the original. Like, it feels so much more cramped in that we're so much more surrounded than in the original. I don't know what it is.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
There he
What's a
is.
crew soldier doing here?
Everyone's favorite.
Soldier?
Especially my girlfriend's. She likes him because he's so bishy.
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you.
Isn't it something... Did I miss who voiced him? Was I thinking too much? No, there it is. Josh Keaton. Spider-Man.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Oh, damn. Didn't charge my headphones. I mean, I'd complain about it at this point, but it happens in like every game where, you know, people have a shot on somebody and they just don't shoot. It's just a staple of the series at this point. How do you complain?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Even here, it's like Snake. He's inviting you to shoot him, so shoot him. So bishy. Even more bishy than the original.
You're not the boss, are you?
And it's like, you know, even if Snake was like, oh, this guy might be our partner, it's like, it's a trank gun. Trank him.
Crew operatives,
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
So silly.
You're not the boss. Then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
He said shoot him. Look, everyone else I get. He's constantly using like human shields. But the first guy was like, shoot him. I don't know how to use this gun. I'll hit him with it. That must be what he means. Idiot. I do love this scene though. It's like our two main players in the plot get to just show off for each other. I would not want to fucking fight boss in hand-to-hand combat. Big boss in hand-to-hand combat. That shit looks painful. Slamming motherfuckers like crazy. The only thing I could hope for is that the first slam knocks me out.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you, huh? Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
His hair looks great. Like, I think the only issue I've had, like, graphics-wise in this game are Snake's fingers. They looked, like, plasticky in the opening cutscene. Codec time.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
Achievement.
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
So I don't know if it was like, again, I mean, I'm going to be saying this a lot. I don't remember if it was a case from the original, but something cute that happened. You saw it happen was during the first codec conversation. I switched over to Major Tom's information, and it was Major Zero until he said he introduced himself as Major Tom. So fucking cute as fuck. All right, time for an achievement. Sorry, bud. We did it! We saved the future!
The future will be changed. You'll create a time paradox.
What does happen if we kill Ocelot at this point? In terms of the timeline, like, I'm sure Liquid would have still gone through with his plans. Alright, forgetting about Metal Gear Solid 5. It takes a while for it to say time paradox. Forgetting about Metal Gear Solid 5. we lead into Metal Gear Solid 1. Liquid doesn't have Ocelot on his side, which means he probably does end up torturing... I mean, he doesn't get the PAL key stuff by torturing the DARPA chief, because both the DARPA chief and Kenneth Baker had both mental blocks and were resistant to torture. Kenneth Baker did not have anti-torture training, though, so they would have gotten that information out of him anyways. I mean, he probably would have gotten someone else to do the torturing, right? Probably Vulcan Raven. And for, you know, for his hot, for as much as Psycho Mantis hypes himself up, he doesn't really... he fails at his one job, which is to read the minds of the two people with the information that they need. So, I don't know. He probably still makes it through. I think the only difference is that DARPA Chief survives because Ocelot deliberately killed him. I think that's the biggest difference, and that does make a big difference. Which means Decoy Octopus probably would have had a more involved role in the plot, since he wouldn't have had to disguise himself as the DARPA chief and encounter Snake so early on.
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down.
Which honestly changes
We'll get you out of here, I promise.
anything
And we got some
about
of the best backup we could ask for.
Metal Gear Solid 1.
Look.
The Shagohod.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes.
It looks It looks darker in this game.
Of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh yes. And without support from friendly units.
Oh, it kind of looks cooler in this game.
Capable of operating solo.
Maybe they just haven't painted it yet to make it look stupid.
Is that thing finished?
No. This
A
is
plus?
the end of phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form.
Oh, that was a weird cut.
If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War.
Snake,
Yes.
come on. It's not that confusing.
Fear will truly begin.
Big Boss is an idiot. Oh my god.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
I mean, yeah, like, it would be a shame if they stopped the remakes just after this one. But I don't know if they're going to be able to even revoice 1 and 2. Quentin Flint and David Hayter and the guy who plays Colonel are all so old now. They'd really have to get people on board with a new voice actor. Fuck it! You know what? Make David Hayter voice the Campbell and get a new voice actor for Snake. That might be a hot take, but, you know, I love me some David Hayter, but it's just age happens to all of us. That was an accident. Looking great. Oh, I didn't get the fucking... I didn't get the codec. There's gonna be no dialogue for a while. There's a codec between the boss and Snake where she's like, you gotta use...
Good work, Jack.
Oh, I was wrong.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
She's like, in the battlefield, you gotta use all your senses. Sight, sense, like touch, taste. you know, hearing and all that, and because we're playing a fucking video game, Snake is all like, oh well I can't smell anything and I can't taste anything. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, you can't? Snake, what the fuck is wrong with you? It doesn't look like it's too loud, but I'm gonna lower it just in case. I'm getting some like some indecisive audio levels on this game. Fear looks great,
My friends,
but he's too pretty.
let us fight together again.
He needs to be uglier.
Waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's raining blood.
I should probably try to get injured at some point, considering they said...
Is he crying?
Oh, he looks great. One of the main selling points was that your injuries stay with you through the game. And if I get none, we're gonna miss out on that feature. So I'll try to bum rush it through a certain segment and see if we get any injuries. Oh boy.
Kuwabara.
So what I read was that is a what's the word? Superstitious mantra that he says to ward off lightning.
What a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
He looks nasty.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he?
What are these things called again?
One of your disciples?
Something starting with a J.
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
God, I'm blanking so hard on what those portable warheads are
He
called.
must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
See, that was a weird thing to say in hindsight. We'll get to it. We won't get to it because I'm gonna forget, but just keep it in mind when we progress to the game. What the fuck are those things called? It's like Johnny or Danny something. I mean, they probably kept the hidden first person scenes, right? Like, no shit, they would, right?
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the Survival Viewer with the Survival Viewer button. If you select Cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into two types of treatment: medicine and surgical procedures. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with a movement stick to the affected part of your body, and press the enter button. Once you've selected the affected area, use the movement stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow
I'm
the flow of
tempted to
blood,
skip
and
this because it
bandages
is
to wrap the
just a
wound.
tutorial.
If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
But you never
Understood?
know who's seeing this shit for the first time, you know?
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
First things first. There's your boy. Wait, what button did I press to do that? Oh, up. Oh, these are bad. I don't think we'll ever get a thermal goggles as OP as they were in Metal Gear Solid 1. Hopefully in the remake they stay true to that, and it's just a fucking godsend in the Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, if they make one. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna be 100% on them making it. Disinfect. The only thing, like, even in the original, the only thing I don't like about this, not that I don't like, but like, it would have been cool if the wound isn't properly closed up if you don't do it in the right order. Because you should disinfect it first. Well, actually, I don't. What do I know? I'm not a fucking medic or a doctor. But like, I would imagine disinfect it first, suture it, bandage over, and then put the styptic over, right? Or maybe styptic or bandage first. But the thing is, you can do this shit in any order. I could just mash and go left. It really diminishes the severity of these injuries. And it's not even a criticism of this game, it's a criticism of the original. But, you know, still a cool feature. Could have been a little better, so whatever. I'll just immerse myself. Disinfect, suture, styptic, bandage. Bone fracture? We'll put the bandage on first. Well, I did it by accident. We'll put the bandage on first, and then we'll rub some wood next to it. Right. Disinfect, suture, styptic, bandage. I don't know what a styptic is. It looks like a bandage, just like a square bandage. I'll look it up right now. It's always a good time to learn new things. Fuck. I think I may have missed the secret RB cutscene.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Oh, here's a nitpick about this upcoming cutscene. You boy, this isn't the it's not the nitpick. You know what? I still don't like the Shagohod. Looks dumb. He was just so eager to play with his new toys. Like an asshole.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Bro, calm down.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
My man.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear.
You KGB.
We may be able to use her.
I'm gonna assume most people didn't get lost on what was going on here, but for the people that may not know, yeah, it was like a secret ops, single use like gun.
Shall we take her back to the base?
That is disguised as a
We should.
lipstick
We have no
thing.
further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Yeah, maybe the boss should have been on the plane with him, or the helicopter with him.
Our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
She probably could have prevented this.
Fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
That being said, not sure about that line. I think it's a reference to Doctor Strangelove? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. This is my my nitpick. Snake should be fucking dead. You're dead, Snake. The entire rest of the series is just... it's just Snake's dying hallucination. Save that game. Oh wow, multiple save slots. Wasn't expecting that.